Hi, guys. Welcome to the fourth episode of This Is Not News. I'm your host, Jai, and today on the show we have Aaron Lee. Now, Aaron, I've known him for many years, back when he was a DJ going by the name of Northy. And now he's got his project called Airports, which is his sort of artist project. It's an awesome pop project that he does. Now, Aaron actually writes and produces for a large range of people in the music industry. We talk about that in this episode, so I'll let him discuss that later on when we get into it. But I think we just get straight into this one. It's a really great episode. Always great talking to Aaron. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. How you going, man?
Yeah, good.
Let's just
Lockdown or isolation is actually pretty good for me. Probably for you as well, being a producer.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to school, man. Like still working at school, so I'm not locked down yet.
It's like the only thing they didn't shut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We got student free days next week, so I'll still be there, but there's no kids, just essential workers, so we still got to figure out who that is.
Ooh.
So let's start with
you're needed over here. You're quite essential over here, Jai, so
yeah.
I need you. Yeah.
Let's just start with just tell everyone who you are, where you are in the world, and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Aaron Lee. I'm an artist called Airports. I sing, songwrite, produce mostly pop music. I used to be a DJ producer under the name of Northy, and I was doing EDM stuff, club stuff then. And I'm from the Central Coast of New South Wales, so about an hour and a half north of Sydney. And I've known Jai for a long ass time, and we recorded a podcast not long ago, and then he lost the
We lost it. It was on my Mac, and I thought I had a backup of it, and my Mac had to get repaired. And they were like, "You got backup? You know, everything's backed up." And I was like, "Yeah, I've got a backup of everything." And then, yeah, the one thing I didn't have a backup of, our podcast, and it was a really good one, man. Like I really loved that one. Yeah. I think we spoke about so many interesting things that I hadn't really spoken about with lots of other producers and that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. Yeah, well, you know, it's a beer with, and I'm prepared.
Oh, you got a beer? Yeah. Well, this one's I actually don't have any beers.
There we go.
The new.
You don't have a beer?
No, this is the new.
Is this not a beer with?
This isn't a beer with, mate. That one's gone in person.
Man, what? You didn't even tell me.
This one's called "This Is Not News."
I'm gonna drink my light Corona anyway.
Yeah,
they're out of normal ones.
Corona. What a choice as well.
And all of the bottlers were all out of Coronas during this Corona epidemic.
Yeah.
So all they had was light, but it'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Sorry I didn't tell you that. I thought you'd seen. I've been posting everywhere. This is what I'm doing in place of a beer with, because I really like the in-person side of that. And I think,
of course, yeah,
it's just different, you know. So this one's called "This Is Not News." It's a little bit shorter than the podcast, the other one. So it's from 40 minutes to an hour. And yeah, it's just video chatting with people wherever. And you know, I think it's really great because obviously we're in our lockdown situations. We can do it wherever and wherever. So I thought, why not do something a little bit different? Talk about what you're doing at this sort of time when everyone's in lockdown, and you know, maybe if anyone's got advice or creative ideas. And like you said, it's good for some people, and so many producers say to me like, "Oh, I've been practicing lockdown for years," like, you know.
Exactly. So, I literally do, like, working from home myself.
Yeah,
this is just every day to me, like just being here.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
Nothing's really new, but yeah, it's good.
What's going on down where you are? Like, obviously I'm in Queensland, you're in New South Wales. How has daily life changed for you?
As we just said, for me, not much. Literally just did all our groceries before we really hit lockdown. My girlfriend and I were quite prepared long ago. Like we were onto it, and we had very paranoid friends and family telling us like, prepare for this, it'll happen.
Yeah.
And we listened to them, even though we felt like idiots. Kind of like, we didn't hoard anything at the shops. We just bought like little bits of supplies over like every week over like 2 months.
Yeah.
Just in case it was going to happen. And now I'm so glad we did, because now we're like, we don't have to go out. We've got like so many groceries and stuff. Like we're just good. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
So I don't know, like everyone else, I guess it's new to them. I mean, it's new to all of us, obviously, but like it's obviously the best way that we can all help as humanity to stop the spread. So I'm happy to play my part. Also found out I'm a high risk person because of I have a rare blood condition. So I have to extra stay away from people and isolate. But I don't know, I'm enjoying it. Like I've got plenty to do. I'm still working on music. I'm still working on projects. I'm still running my business. So it's just normal life to me.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose the way, and we'll get into that a bit more because we've already sort of had a chat about this stuff on the on the other podcast. But you know, you've got so many different diverse things you're sort of doing. Maybe just tell everyone sort of like just a little brief sort of summary of this different stuff that you do in the music industry because it's quite diverse.
Okay.
So just give us a rundown of some of the stuff you do, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So my primary project is Airports, which is my own music. That originally started as a duo with my drummer Nathan Moss, or Mossy, who's actually from Brisbane.
Yeah.
So I've spent a lot of time being up in Brisbane with him, playing shows, making music. That's probably how I know you, or maybe I even know you further back from the from my DJ life.
Yeah.
Playing clubs up in Brisbane, like family and whatnot. So Airports is now me as a solo artist. Mossy is the session drummer or live drummer when I play shows when tours can exist again. And Mossy actually just got married yesterday on Livestream.
Really?
Probably the first, probably like the first Corona era Livestream wedding or something. Like he pushed it forward like 2 weeks, and last minute they were like, let's just get married today, and they did it on Livestream. So shout out to him. So anyway, I'm really diverting here. So I am Airports, a pop artist. So it's kind of like pop urban, bit of electronic stuff, being an electronic producer. My background was being a DJ, being an EDM producer. I grew up in hip hop groups and punk bands, everything in high school. And then I had a touring career as a DJ and then started the band. And then now the band is just me. That's my primary focus. And I just put out a new single actually last week. And I also run a business as a music producer. And that entails all different types of clients. But my main demographic actually for my business is the dance industry, and not dance music, dancers and choreographers.
Yep.
So I actually do a lot of music for a lot of choreographers and dancers all around the world. And I also do like corporate work. So I just wrapped up a TikTok campaign for Coca-Cola, and I've done some campaigns for Fanta and some TV shows. And then I produce music for other artists as well, and mix and master and all that, and write. So, and I write K-pop as well.
Yeah.
So quite a bit.
That's what I mean.
It's a mixed bag.
Pretty diverse. Yeah. I'm pretty interested to hear about, like, with everything that's going on, has that K-pop work, has that slowed down or anything? Is that industry still sort of going strong? Like,
well, it would be going strong because when I write for that industry, we mostly write for like the bigger labels and bigger artists. Yep. So I'm constantly pitching songs and tracks and everything. Yep. I just haven't been doing it in the last few weeks because I've been more focused on my release and my music.
Yep.
But yeah, like that kind of keeps going on. In light of the whole COVID-19 shutting down everything all over the world.
Yeah.
The dance industry has slowed down a lot because a lot of schools and dance teachers and all that, have to shut down for safety reasons. So a lot of that work has kind of slowed down, but that's okay. Like some of it's still going, which is great. But yeah, I've actually just using the time to focus on my music at the moment, which has been really cool.
Yeah.
So I've enjoyed that, and I just released the first single of my whole year last week, which is a totally weird time to release music, and it was so like, because we've been planning it for so long, like my management and I, and then we're like, oh, this is happening now, like this makes it harder, but we're just going to stick to the plan and keep releasing music. So
yeah, and I suppose
I've just been focused on that.
People need stuff to do as well, so they've got time
hopefully
to check out music.
Yeah, well, we hope so.
Yeah.
Are you releasing new tunes as well during this time?
I've sort of I've got some stuff I'm working on, but I haven't got anything sorted in the pipeline. Just super busy with other stuff and work and all that. I've got like a million projects I'm working on at the moment.
Yeah. I know how it is.
Yeah. But not just music projects, like this and some other stuff that I've got sort of going. I've got something tomorrow night I'm starting. It's called Friday Knockoffs.
I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, so it's going to be like group chat, similar to this, but with like up to 100 people. I can mute and unmute people and bring them in and chat, and everyone can drink and watch and participate. There's also a chat section, and so not sure quite how it's going to go yet. We'll see.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It could be chaos, or it could be really cool. So I think it's going to get better as it goes on. But we'll see how it goes.
That's really cool.
It'll be done by now, because by the time this comes out, I think so.
That's good to socialize, man. Because like it hasn't hit me yet, but I'm sure soon enough I'll be like cabin fever. Like, I need to hang out with people because I'm probably like you. I'm very social.
Yeah.
So you need that. So
that's the thing. I've done a couple of these ones now, and honestly, it feels awesome afterwards. Like actually talking to someone. Well, someone else, like not someone you just talk to all the time. And, I'm still at school, so I still talk to people every day. But everyone else I've talked to has said, "Oh man, that was awesome just to see someone else,
to have a chat,
talk to them in person." So we'll see how that goes.
It's good.
So what have you been doing since you've been locked down? Is it mainly? I saw you did a little video, a little COVID tune you wrote.
That was just a joke.
Yeah,
why did that happen?
But it was pretty funny.
What did I do? I wrote. It's just like a really short song. It's just like a short verse and chorus of I don't know why. That's right. Okay, because I talked to my doctor and I'm like, so am I classified as a high risk patient? She's like, yeah, you are. You need to like really isolate yourself because of your immune system and all this. I'm like, well, shit. And I'm like, I should just write a song about it. Like, I don't know why it just happened. I guess that's what I do. I write songs about what I'm going through. So, and I just thought of some funny lines and I'm like, I'll just quickly knock that out today. And then I quickly did a video of me playing on the instruments and singing it and put it up, and hasn't gone viral yet, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's like a little TikTok.
Just a bit of fun. It is. Yeah, I did put it on TikTok. I wanted to promote it but Facebook blocked me because they're swearing in it. So my plan for virality has failed.
That's
due to swearing.
That's rubbish. Yeah, that's shit. I was actually really impressed with. I think I commented on one of your posts about your falsetto in the vocals. Sounded sick, man. I don't know if you did much to it or if it was just just you.
Just like to sing high. I'm trying to really use more of my falsetto and stuff in my songs now. Like if you listen to my new release, it's called Don't Sleep Anymore. The bridge is all like that. It's all in high range falsetto. And I noticed when I put that song out, people were like, oh my gosh, that bridge. And I didn't really think anything of it. I just did it because I thought it was like stylistically different.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I'll start using that. People, I like it. So
I thought it was awesome, man. Yeah, I was actually really impressed. I was like, oh, he's been working on his falsetto and that. Because like I said,
trying to.
Yeah, because when we were talking in the podcast, you said about how you've sort of really worked on your vocals over the last few years and stuff like that. And I think now's the time, like for people who are musicians and artists and singers and all that, to really work on that stuff. You don't have to learn songs and know stuff for gigs or anything like that. You've got the time to really work on actual techniques. So I think that's something people can do. Like,
well, I've been enjoying that. Actually, I need to record more to become better at singing. And in the last week, even I've recorded a lot, like working on new songs, finishing other songs, and then that joke track. And then last night I did a cover actually with my girlfriend because she wanted to cover a song.
Yeah.
Hayley Williams song called Simmer. But at the time right now we're recording this tonight, I'm going to drop the little video of that as well.
Yeah.
So
it'll be out already.
Something up, like, it will be. Yeah. I mean, it's just like a little cover for social media, but only goes like a minute and a half. But yeah, just something fun that we can both do together while we're in lockdown. Like she can actually sing as well. So we're like, oh, we'll just quickly cover it, and bit of fun. Like I think a lot of I've noticed a lot of other artists and musicians are really making the most of the time and the fact that everybody's online and just having fun, like creating more and putting up more content and, creating more things like covers or live streams or performances.
I think as artists and musicians and all that, in a creative sort of industry, even though we're sort of locked down and a lot of people have lost so much income and all that kind of stuff, we're actually kind of lucky because there's not many other careers where you can actually practice and get better at your craft when you're locked down like this, like carpenter or stuff like that. Like, or
unless you've got a shed.
Yeah, that's true. But
not everyone.
People who can't do whatever it is and practice to get better. If they're locked down, it's like, well, so I think we're kind of lucky as musicians and artists to be able to use this time, like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm getting a lot. I mean, at first I felt this kind of social pressure in like the scene. I mean, I guess of like, oh, everyone's doing a live stream, doing a challenge, doing this, doing TikToks. It's like, man, like it's all quite exhausting because suddenly I feel like I have to upkeep more to get attention amongst everybody else. However, I feel like now it's kind of evening out because at first I felt like this vibe from the industry where people were fighting for attention because suddenly they felt like an opportunity for me to get attention. But then in a few days' time, it kind of turned into this, like, we're all doing this together. This is more of a community actually. And all of us are suffering right now, especially when like everything got shut down as far as gigs and everything. A lot of people lost work. I think everyone realized like, all right, we're actually all on the same level here. Like, and then I felt this feeling where like people's attitudes changed and it was a lot more, everyone's just having fun with each other now. And I think it's really nice. Like I really vibe it. So, but I also want to get back into a bit more like introversion and just finish new music and get that ready. Because like at some point, man, when the world goes back to normal, you want to be ready. You want to have, you want to have everything with your music catalog and all that prepared. So
you want to have not wasted the time, you don't know if
exactly. Yeah. Especially if you have a business, like,
maybe you've, clocked up hundreds of hours on PS4, but that's not really, for people in our field and stuff, it's probably not the best use of time.
Yeah. Exactly. So planning. It's a good time to plan.
Yeah, true. But I think it's, we've definitely got to like innovate and stuff. Like when everyone's live streaming, what are you doing different? Like that's not
exactly. Yeah.
If everyone's doing that, it's like, well, why am I watching you DJ or sing or whatever? Like what makes your live stream different to other people's? Like if we're all doing the same thing, it's kind of just gets a bit boring. And it's like what you said, just looking to grab the attention and stuff. Whereas maybe find another way, to sort of make it more interactive or more interesting for people.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm on a live stream after this.
Yep.
And a mate of mine, he's a radio host from here. His name's Nick Kelly. He's done one that he's doing it every few days. He calls it Isolation Hour, and it's only for an hour, but he gets like 10 different artists and does like 5-minute live stream. You can share live stream on Instagram. He does that for like 5 minutes with each artist and does like a 5-minute interview. Yeah. And it's really cool because like, people are tuning in. It's a small bite size for each artist. Yeah. They all have their own followings. And it's very communal. Yeah. So that's really cool. But is anybody doing that for the DJ world?
I'm not sure.
So you could be somebody to do something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
You could come up with
I've got like a million ideas now that I'm running. I just said to someone, they like sent me a message and they're like about when they saw the Friday knockoffs things, they're like, dude, is this your like 1,000th project that you're working on at the moment? And I'm like, oh, not quite 1,000th, but it's
almost.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the works. But you know, I think
can you use the studio, like the studio where you
I can go there, but I'm trying to do the right thing and stay in. And
good boy. Fair enough. But I was gonna say, like, if you guys can go, like, that's so perfect right now.
Yeah,
it's a live stream studio, like,
yeah, that's right. But we're also trying to work out a deal with the landlord, so that like when everything's closed, can we do can we pay a reduced rate just to have it there? And then it won't be operational. It'll just be sitting there, and we'll just pay for it at a reduced rate. So we'll see what happens there.
Nice, cool.
We're attached to Frequencies, which is the live stream studio that you saw outside. Yeah, so it's sort of all or nothing. It's like if we, you know, because we share that space, it's sort of like we've got to figure it out. Otherwise, we've all got to go. So we'll see what happens. We haven't got an answer from them yet. So. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why I want to do the show, man. If we get into a full lockdown situation and can't go to the studio, I'm sitting in my bedroom right now. You know, like
cool.
I can do this no matter what. So and I'm it's been really cool so far, and I think something I want to keep doing more because it means that I can speak to people like, you know, you in a different place or people in different countries and stuff. About and artists wherever. So it's sort of it's kind of a no-brainer at the moment for me. It's really something I'm enjoying. So
great.
Anything down there that you've seen or anything on the internet, and this can be doesn't have to be music related, but anything you've seen that you think is really creative or innovative, and it could be public health things, it could be basically anything, man. Like I really love what you said about that show, 5-minute interviews. That's really cool because it's that small.
Yeah, that was a good way to do it.
That's really cool. I really like that. It's definitely something to look to maybe do.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of. I'm always thinking music industry, and I've just been consumed in my own music at the moment, so I haven't been looking a lot, but. I know that there's like 2 tiers of the music industry. There's like the bigger artists who, you know, they're often doing an album and then tours. So they can't do anything at the moment. And a lot of them have like stopped, they've stopped, they've postponed their release schedule because usually when they release an album, it comes with touring. So because of touring and festivals being shut down, they've postponed their tour, so and their release schedule. So it's actually a good time for like the lower tier of the industry, like independent artists like myself, to do more because we kind of have more of the occupation of people's attention. So I think at the moment everybody's trying to find their flow and their thing. Some people are, you know, doing a lot of covers, and some people are doing live stream concerts and whatnot, but I think, but you know, like everybody is. So it's kind of like, how do we do something different? And I think the traditional models of what you would usually be doing anyway, when that's like podcasting, music videos, any kind of other like normal releases, digital content, even putting out mixtapes and stuff like that. I think that is actually what's going to push through now. Not just moment-to-moment things like live stream and social media content.
Yeah.
So I'm focusing on that. Like, when does this go up?
I'm not sure yet. Saturday, maybe next week.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out the release schedule for this thing because I'm trying to do a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 a week. To be honest, I like, you know,
and that's great because you can, unlike usually where people put up one thing a week, like podcast wise, you can now put out 3 because no one's working.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's great.
But I don't know when like is the best time. It's not like back in the day where it was like or, you know, in the afternoon, or like 6 o'clock when everyone's just knocked off work and we're all looking, you know, for stuff to do. It's not like that anymore. Look at some live streams at midday or 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something, and there's like 100, 200 people in there just like hanging out.
Right. That's
when
interesting.
It's sort of just thrown everything out of whack. It's like
it has.
There's no real right answers anymore, you know. It's not like it used to be. Everything's different. So I think it's just about testing things out. I released one like early in the morning one time. I just did one today, I think. Yeah, today at like 1 o'clock. I tried one at 11. The one I did at 11 didn't work because the Prime Minister was giving a press conference at the same time when it released. So I was like, damn it, no one saw that. So everyone was watching him and Andrew. So
it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, so I don't know. But, you know, that's the beauty, I think, of having it not as a live stream. People don't have to tune in, you know, exactly then. It can be like whenever, like it's there. And that's the reason this show's called This Is Not News, because I just found myself looking at the news like, what's happening? Like, you know, what do we need to do? What's, you know, what's the next?
This is the escape from the news.
Yeah, you know, I keep saying like, turn off the news and watch this because this is not news, you know. Because I just found myself scrolling through news articles and everyone's posting news and all that.
I did that too this morning on Facebook for so long. I was like wasting so much time.
Yeah, and it just gets like,
because you want to comment on everything and take in everything because it's all about the relevant situation in the world. So you're like,
so that's why I was just
I got like paranoid friends as well. All the conspiracy theories. It's like you can really go down that rabbit hole. It's terrible.
So I just wanted something that was
that's good.
So people can just like, whenever someone tells me, "Oh, I've been on the internet too long looking at news and that," I'm like, turn it off. Watch one of these shows, like, you know, those cool stuff.
So maybe we should talk about what we're going to do to make the most of this era, I guess we're living in, and then what we plan to do after. Because
I do have some questions. I've got some fun questions at the end that I ask.
Okay, cool.
But let's go with that for now. So we've already been talking about, you know, obviously writing lots of music, and you're doing content and video stuff, which is really cool. So what's your plans then for this period and then afterwards, like you said?
Well, this ties back to your original question about creative things in this time. So I did release my new single last week, and the music video for that is dropping soon. And then I'm about to do I was about to shoot the new music video for the next single. But we can't, because it was actually all based around social interaction, and it was all actually at venues and going out in the city. So I can't do that at all now with the people I wanted in it. But I've come up with another way to involve people digitally in the video, which I think will be cool, because it'll be like still follow the concept I had of the song and the meaning of the video, but also kind of be relevant with this timestamp in history of where we're at as society. So I'm about to kind of like start asking people if they want to be in it. You can be in it as well if you'd like, but more about that later. But so I'm trying to figure out a way to like still execute my vision for the music video while we're all in isolation. So that's one thing that like I'm trying to work on, and then still release music. Like we talked about this, my management and I were like, should we slow down our release schedule because of everything? It's like, why? Like exactly what you just said, people need things to enjoy. So we're like, let's just go for it. Let's stick to the schedule.
You know,
it is. Yeah, we'll keep
obviously you've got to plan things, and you got to make the music good. You gotta make it. But I even said to someone, like, I feel like this is going to be the time where you're going to see the difference between the people who like say that they're working hard and grinding and that, but actually that's going to really come out. Because the people who are actually grinding, they're going to rise to the top, because you're going to see, oh man, they're like, they've got all this time. They're releasing so much and like they're doing so much, and then you'll see those people who were always saying they were doing a lot, and
yeah, that's a good call, man.
What are they doing now? I haven't seen them in it. You know, like, so I think it's really gonna.
It actually encourages me a lot. That's really cool.
Yeah, and that's the approach.
I felt like I think we talked about this when we did the podcast, the Lost podcast.
Yeah,
I think we talked about this because I spent so long trying to find my flow and my sound and my vision as an artist, as Airports, while building a business. And then I only this year have got to a point where like my business is in a really good place, moving well. I'm in a comfortable place personally. I've processed a lot of like hard situations in my life and a lot of like trauma and other things. And I've done the inner work, and I feel like I'm finally in a place where I'm ready to just like go for this music thing. Which I have before, like in the past, I've done that with other projects, but it was a kind of a long haul. So I was one of those people you just said, where people are like, "Oh, they say they're doing stuff, but you're like, when are you delivering?" Yeah. I felt like one of those people for like the last like 5 years, but I was going through so much in my life, and I was so messy and everywhere. I knew that I had to kind of get it right in me before I was in a good place mentally, to really just like give my best to my goals. And now I feel like I am. And only like this month is the kickoff of that, where we've actually done the songs and now we put it into action and we're releasing them. And then this happens. So at first I was really bummed out, actually. Like I got depressed again because I was like, oh man, now no one's going to listen to me. Like, what's the point? But then now I've realized it is a time to just exactly what you said, be creative, be more productive, and work harder and put out more quality product than everyone else, if we want to talk in competitive terms. And I feel like I am at a place where I'm ready for that. I already was ready for that, and now it's almost like this is just for me personally. Obviously, I'm not taking for granted what's going on in the world and everybody who's suffering right now.
Oh, of course not.
But I'm saying, like, for me personally, I feel like my challenge of going 100 at my music finally, after all this time of like preparation, I feel like the benchmark has just been set higher because of the state that everybody's in. So I'm like, all right, I need to like take this on and really like smash it. So it's a weird time, but it's also I love, like, you just encouraged me a lot, is my point. What you just said encouraged me a lot, because it made me realize I have to go like 200% at this. That's what like I said when I talked to those especially because I already have a strategy and a plan. It's like now it has to be even amplified because of what's going on.
I love what you said about changing the concept, like, taking something you've already got and changing it, to fit to make it work, because that means that it's almost inspired by everything that's happened. Like, it's going to be different to what you had planned, but, maybe it'll end up being like better, or maybe you can do another video later down the track of what you wanted to do.
Good call.
You can have two videos, I'm not saying you have like, who knows, maybe the new concept that you figure out how to make it work and all that, maybe it ends up like better, as like a different.
It probably will.
Or it's even like a sign of times. You can be like, in 10 years time, you can go, oh, that's that film clip that I had this idea and it was to do this thing, but we couldn't do it because of the pandemic, and so we did this, and it was I think it just gets that creativity going as well. Like, how can I make it work? How can I try and make it fit into what's going on with what I can do at the moment? So I love that, man. I think that's to hear the concept that you're going to roll with it. That's awesome.
Well, I'm going to start asking people soon enough to be involved, but like that's only one part of it. Like we've all got to think long term too, and then what have we got in place ready, or can we? Sorry, let me rephrase. Or are we using this time are we maximizing the opportunity in this time to better our future careers once, you know, isolation is over, once the world is running again, and once people are going out and to events and all that? As creatives, have we like done enough of the groundwork in this time to be ready to smash that too?
Yeah.
Because like I haven't played shows in ages.
Yeah.
And I did that on purpose because I wasn't releasing music, and I'm like, I'm gonna release music first and then do shows, not the other way around. For me, as a DJ, it's different, but for me as an artist and a live act, it's like that. So
yeah, you don't want to be
I've actually yeah. So I've kind of enjoyed the fact that that's really, it sounds really bad. Not enjoyed the fact that there's no shows, but hasn't changed much for me. But I know like it's really shit. Like everybody's suffering, and the industry is suffering, and everyone around us, you know, is affected, and a lot of people have lost their jobs and their livelihoods, and they have families and stuff. So it is really shit. It's really terrible. So I wasn't trying to say like I'm glad no one's playing gigs. I just meant for me, like it didn't impose on my plan.
I think what you're trying to say is that you're sort of lucky that, you know, the business and what you're doing is, you know, that you're lucky it hasn't been affected because you've been in that different, your business model for what, you know, your business has been different to what a lot of people, you know, go with getting their money and stuff off live shows and that, which, you know, obviously get back into, but you know, it's sort of, I guess, lucky, and I'm lucky too because, you know, like most of my time spent in the studio. You know, I don't really I haven't really relied on playing gigs for, you know, to get by. So so I'm in that lucky position as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to help as many people as possible.
That's good, man. Thank you.
New logos done, and you know, people in the industry like, I need an updated logo. You know, I can't pay you heaps, but I'll pay it off over a few weeks, and they're like, yeah, definitely.
That's good.
No money, you know, I'll do that for sure.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So, I've been trying to do that kind of stuff to sort of,
that's really good.
Help other people out, but still, you know, still helping me out. I'm updating all my logos, and I'm, you know, getting new shit. So yeah, it's
it's good, man. Yeah, that's what I mean. We're doing the groundwork and the preparation now. It's kind of like, I feel like everybody is kind of forced now to prepare, which is good. And you know, it's really cool that we're even the whole concept of your podcast of this is not news. Like this conversation, we're focusing on the productive positives out of this whole era, rather than like, you know, freaking out about, you know, when's everyone gonna get sick and die. Like
there's enough of them out there already.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's a great. Sorry, the connection just went a bit funky. What'd you say?
All right. Keep going.
Okay. I think it's a really glorious time for creatives. Yeah, because we're quite self-sustainable, and this is like where we thrive in the studio, in our, you know, in our isolation, just creating good things, and the world will get to enjoy those good things in a time where the world needs it, but also afterwards. Yeah, definitely. You just sneeze into your elbow.
Yeah, dabbing.
That was good form, man.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm at a school. I got to lead by example.
Good hygiene.
Yeah. So
you haven't touched your face once.
Yeah, I definitely have when I've been here. But I washed my hands when I got in here.
I need to. I'm not even like. It's kind of like funny because everyone's like, wash your hands, but for the people that are just in isolation, you're like, why?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's get some of these fun questions going, and let's see what answers you come up with here. So first question I've been asking everyone is, I myself am single, as you probably know, and trying to figure out first date ideas in these isolation times. How can you take a girl on a first date in isolation?
Sorry, the internet connection just went a bit unstable, it told me. So I'm just going to turn Wi-Fi off on my other devices.
Yeah, cool. Do it.
Sorry, you said what's dating advice when in isolation?
A first date idea for isolation.
Oh, okay.
How can you take a girl on a first date in isolation?
I mean, you could. Depends what level you're at with them. But if you want to
first date.
Oh, because I was like, you can't, like.
Tough, eh?
I had a friend who was in a long distance relationship, and him and his girlfriend would just put the laptop on like each other on Skype and watch the same movie like at the same time on Netflix. And just so they're kind of like watching it together, but they can like comment about it while they're watching it.
That's great.
It's real.
That's
kind of cringy, but
that's perfect. It's gonna
you can Netflix and chill remotely. I don't know about the chill won't really happen. But
there's no really good answers to this. Really, I think the answer is
it's a tough question.
You're just single for 6 months or however long this thing lasts. That's
I don't know. What else could
that was
you
a good
do?
answer. I mean, that one.
You're just really chatting. There's phone calls. You can send her Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And get the person to like write a note or something, or like you could post. Okay, this is old school. Like this is actually really cool. Okay, this is great because it's a good era for people to be romantic because they can actually send letters.
Yeah.
And they can send gifts. So like when I was young, I used to burn mixtape like CDs for the girl I liked, or whatever, or girlfriend, and we would, because we didn't at the time we didn't live near each other, and like just post like talking about I like this song or whatever before you shared playlists. So I'd burn CDs with my favorite songs and whatever and send it to her. So you could do you can go a bit old school. You could do a mix. Do a bit of a mix and send it off.
I like that. Yeah. That's a great answer. Second question. In these strange toilet paper times we live in, are you a scruncher or a folder?
I'm a conserver. No, I'm always a folder. Always fold. Scrunching is wasting because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a folder. Pretty hard line on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you good? Have you got the TP? You got enough?
Oh yeah. Well, it turns out our next door neighbor works at a toilet paper distribution warehouse.
What? That is like the plug, man.
He just rocked up one day. He rocked up one day and goes, "Oh, I don't know if you guys need toilet paper, but I got you a pack. Like, here, take this."
Wow.
I work at and he told us, so we're like, man, that's the hookup right there.
Yeah, you're gonna see like cars rocking up at odd hours at his house, and just like people with like hoodies on, they're just like giving him doing deals.
Yeah. So West Week toilet paper. So this is what's in your bunker. So what do you have lots of in supply? What's the one thing you have like
toilet paper?
Yeah, toilet paper.
Well, like we were already subscribed to Who Gives a Crap, the eco-friendly subscription-based toilet paper service. So we already had like, and they send you like a big box of like 50 rolls or something at a time, and they last a long time because there's like more in it than a normal roll.
Yeah.
And we already had like half the box when all this craziness happened.
Yeah.
And we've still got heaps. So like we're good for that. And then we got a lot of like canned food, non-perishables.
Yeah.
All that. But we didn't hoard at the shops. We just conservatively got little bits at a time every week, and now it's kind of stacked up. And I think we're good for like a month.
Yeah. And so the next question follows on from that is, what do you not have much of? Like what's in short supply, or something you're going to run out of first? You're thinking, shit.
Beer.
Beers, yeah.
Beer. Yeah. No, I don't even drink much. I literally only drink when we do podcasts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's
what don't I have enough? Probably just like, indulgent snacks, like certain like ice cream or something. Like, I've got half a tub of my favorite ice cream, and that'll be gone soon. And and you're like, oh, I need to do. We're pretty good around here. Like, as I said, I was quite prepared. So
yes. So what is then next one? What's what are you going to do first when this is all over and everything's back to normal, or what are you looking forward to the most? Like when it's all over.
Do you mean professionally or just in general?
Whatever, mate. Whatever you.
Oh, okay. Professionally, I'm.
Yeah, can be.
I know. Like professionally, I'm just gonna really go in marketing my production company, because people will start to have jobs again. So there'll be more of an economy. And my own music, that's continuing on as normal. So I probably will just look at playing shows once we're in the clear. I'll start considering playing shows when we're in the clear. And then personally, I just want to go hang out with people. Like my dad is half an hour away, and him and I are both high risk, so we can't see each other. And then family and friends, and I just want to go. I love going to movies. It's just like my escape. I would like to do that. Luckily we can still watch movies at home, but so it's just being out. I think being social and catching up with friends it'll be nice.
Cool.
But I was already quite isolated already, because I haven't been because I haven't been touring and traveling and stuff. I've been, as an artist, I've been very just in the studio for so long, so this is normal. So used to it.
And the last question, if you had a recommendation for a book or a game or a movie, we're not all going to be able to just keep working on stuff all the time like we've been talking about.
You're right.
Time and stuff like that. So is there anything that maybe you've watched or read or played recently that you could recommend for people to maybe go and check out?
We just rewatched all the Harry Potter movies.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, my girlfriend's just got the new Animal Crossing on her Switch. She's playing it in the other room now. She loves it. I don't know anything about it, but I don't play games anymore. But I'm just into film, so I'm probably gonna. But the thing is, I haven't even had time to just watch movies more than usual or anything, because as for us being productive creatives, everything, we don't have more time. I feel like I'm just as busy now than I ever have been, because nothing's changed. There's no extra time, and it doesn't feel like time off, because we just create all the time and we're trying to finish our projects. So I wouldn't know. I like seeing new films at the cinemas. Let me think. If you want to watch something good, like a TV show, I love Westworld. I think there's 3 seasons of that out, or 2 anyway. That's a great one to binge. I forgot. I can't think of anything.
No, that's all good. That's some recommendations there. That's a few little for people out there to try out or watch it.
Westworld's really cool. It's a bit of a mind fuck, but it's great.
I know. Yeah, it gets pretty hectic too.
You've seen it?
The
pilot episode was 200 million budget or something, and then each episode's 20 million. It's crazy.
Hectic.
Just the production value is insane.
Yeah, it's really good. All right, man. Well, I better let you go, because you've got that other interview to come up coming up soon. I'm probably going to check it out if that's live streamed. It'll be on
sometime in maybe 40 minutes time.
Yeah. It'll be on your
it'll be on my Instagram.
Yeah, sweet. I'll check it out.
Which is Airports Music.
Airports Music. There you go. I will. I'll put all your stuff in the show notes and all that kind of stuff down the bottom.
Cool.
Ways for people to find you.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.
I hope that everything, you guys stay safe and healthy down there. Good luck in
you too, man.
And keen to see some more content and some more music from you. Should be good.
Yep. New video dropping in the next week or 2, and I'm putting out my own podcast, which I recorded at your studio.
Yeah.
My podcast will be starting up very soon.
That's awesome that's already you've got it all just ready to go. So that's perfect.
Yeah, well, imagine trying to do that now. Like, I'm lucky that I came up that time.
Yeah.
And did it. So thank you for the studio hookup.
No, OG, man. All good. All right. Well, yeah. Cool. Thanks for coming on. And like I said, stay safe.
No, thank you. Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Great. All right. Cheers, man.
Yeah,
see you.
Have a good one. See ya. Bye.
There we go, guys. Another episode in the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's always great talking to Aaron. He's so knowledgeable in music production, and it's really great to get his perspective on things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Share these episodes around so other people can enjoy them as well. All right, guys. I hope you're having a great day or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys soon for the next episode.